So first and foremost, it's to keep the momentum for the city of Meriden going. I think we've had a good ride with Mark Benigni for 6.5 years. I've been a great supporter and fan of Mark and work closely with him. So first and foremost, it's Meriden's on the move and we want to keep it that way. I'm also really delighted with the team that we have in the City Hall. I really thought long and hard about this. I mean, I'm 63. This could have been my 20 years and out thing for the City Council. But I feel we're right in the middle of some really good things happening, on the cusp of some good things happening, and I felt that, given my experience and my involvement with the city and the players that I know, that I could be a helper in this process. So that really was my major motivator for stepping up. You know, I've been fortunate to live and work in Meriden for 30 years, so during that time I've met a lot of people and worked with a lot of people, and I put those networks to good use. I tend to be a little impatient sometimes, so I think that's going to be a plus, because I want to see us move now. I mean, if we can't get some initiatives accomplished, you know, North Colony Street, the hub, the other things that are on the decks in the next couple of years with all that we have going for us, then shame on us. So that's all part of what I've been thinking about. We are by charter a ceremonial part-time mayor, and that's the way it should be. Got a great city manager who's paid to do the administrative side, and department heads and city employees to do that. So the mayor's job really is to be a spokesperson, an ambassador, a cheerleader, and I like that role. I do that in my professional life. I'm director of development for the Rohde Townhouse, and I'm out there continually promoting the cause. And I'm a cause guy. I've always been. I've been, 30 years up the street at the Curtis home, and you guys have seen me many times. And I'm usually asking for money for different things that I'm involved in. And I've gotten money almost out of a lot of people in Meriden for a lot of good causes over the years. So I get a big kick out of that, doing things that help others and bring people together for good cause, and I've really immersed myself in those things that, the Relay for Life I started and chaired for 5 years, and the Puerto Rican Family Day Festival I helped to start, and Black Expo I've been involved in, the Martin Luther King Breakfast I've done for 20 years. So I tend to get in things, and if they're good and productive, I tend to stay with them. I think that's probably a fault. So. But I also don't tend to get involved in things that I'm just sitting there and doing nothing. I figure things I get involved in, I want to make a contribution. My dad always said, try to make a place better than when you found it. So if I get involved in something, my job is, okay, what can we do better? What can we make that will improve the situation? So that's kind of my driving force, and I expect to take that same spirit into my role as mayor. Meriden has really come a long way over the last 8 or 10 years. It's something we don't talk about that much, and maybe we don't recognize it as such, but it really has. So I think that bodes well, in that we can make substantial progress that over time really means something. And I think the biggest improvements we're going to come over the next decade. Once we get this downtown opened up to a green and a water course, once we get the transportation hub going, once we clean up North Colony Street over here, those things in and of themselves I think are transformational. We are no longer going to be the flooding city of Connecticut. We're going to have solved that. You won't be able to canoe up and down Hanover Street anymore. The linear trail. Many people who've walked it, who've been to other trails, say it's the best one they've ever seen. In Meriden, you think you're in the woods of Vermont or New Hampshire when you go on that trail. And the next phase goes back behind the schools, and it's going to have a different theme. The Falcon Field, I don't know if you've had a chance to see it. This looks like a professional football field. It's got beautiful emblems on it, it's green, it's got this huge scoreboard thanks to you guys. I mean, it is like showcase stuff, okay? So I think, we've got a solid track record of positives. But I think, over the last decade or so, we've kind of drawn a line in the sand, and it's going this way. And I talked to a lot of people from outside Meriden, because my business takes me all over the state, and I hear unsolicited, oh, you're from Meriden? Gee, good things are happening. We hear good things, positive things. I think the state of Connecticut's recognized that. We've had more traffic from their major departments, and you're looking at, brownfields reclamation, the hub, the transportation. We have all these ingredients that they like, and the thing they like the most is we're on the same page with it. We got a team that's working together, we got vision for the city, we got things moving forward. I mean, that's kind of unusual for an urban center to have the politicians, the Chamber of Commerce, the different groups that tend to wade in on these things, basically saying the same thing, that, hey, this is good stuff, we want to make it work. So I'm really excited about it. I just think that the time is now. We are well poised to take some major steps for Meriden that are going to, I think, transform this community significantly over the next 7 to 10 years.
How do you know